Okay, what's good, everyone? It's Nigel here, Trinidad Empowerment Network. So let's talk Forex. Let's talk Forex cartel. There's been a lot of it in the news recently in Trinidad and Tobago. You may or may not have seen it. If you tune into my channel, you probably would have because you are interested in the news. So let's talk about it. And before we start, before we jump in, I want to explain exactly what Forex is, the shortened version of foreign exchange. So you have a better understanding if you do not already know what foreign exchange or Forex is. I don't want to, insult anyone's intelligence, by the way. So if you know this, then I do apologize, but some people do not, and I want to make it clear before we dive in. So what is Forex? What is foreign exchange? So Forex stands for foreign exchange, like I said. So in plain English, that means the money we need to buy things from other countries, mainly America. So we mainly deal in American foreign exchange, US dollars, in Trinidad and Tobago. And the world predominantly buys and sells in US dollars. It's the dominant denomination in the world. So yes, we use TT dollars here in Trinidad and Tobago, but the rest of the world doesn't. The global economy runs predominantly on US dollars. And no prizes for guessing what most of our imports in Trinidad and Tobago, be it food, medicine, car parts, electronics, fuel, and even the entertainment services are paid for in US dollars. So when a supermarket, your local supermarket, or the bigger brand's supermarket, or let's say the pharmacy or the mechanic, when they can't get access to enough US dollars, that means that they cannot stock the goods that you need. So as a result, the prices go up and you face a shortages in the stocks that you need, the things that you need. And small businesses may suffer as a result, which means that the business may, worst case scenario, go out of business, or they may cut jobs. So that's why foreign exchange matters to you. Even if you've never traveled or trade internationally, which most of you haven't, it matters. So what is the Forex cartel? Now, on May the 16th, the Prime Minister publicly announced that the government is investigating what she calls a foreign exchange cartel. A foreign exchange cartel in Trinidad and Tobago. Apparently, this has been operated in Trinidad and Tobago for the past 10 years. And the major concerns are that a small group of big companies and connected individuals may be getting first access to foreign currency. First access to foreign currency. Whilst the rest of the population, especially small businesses and, of course, the average citizens, are left scrambling for what's left. As a result of this, the Prime Minister has instructed the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Finance, Planning and Trade, to produce a report, and said report should be made public, should be made available to you about what has been happening over the last 10 years with the foreign exchange money in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, central bank is blocking this disclosure. You take what you want from that. And here's where it gets a little bit interesting, a little bit serious. The Prime Minister says trying to get information from the central bank has been like, and I quote, pulling teeth. So the bank has closed ranks. The central bank does not want to release this information. They're apparently not wanting to be transparent about this information, which makes them look guilty, in my opinion. So the central bank under the governor, Alvin Hilaire, I believe, is refusing to say who the top Forex recipients in Trinidad and Tobago are. Now, they claim Section 56 of the Central Bank Act legally prevents them from revealing any customer data, even to the government, even to the Prime Minister. That's from the central bank. This law apparently even overrides the Freedom of Information request. So it's a total blackout from central bank. They're not interested in being transparent about this. So you have to ask, if everything is above board, why the secrecy? Why the secrecy from central bank? So this isn't the first time this has happened. In 2015, the then governor, Jwala Rambarran, I believe the name was, did reveal the names of the major Forex users, and he got fired for it. So since then, the central bank has enforced silence on this. But that silence is now costing us, as I've explained. So you may ask yourself, how bad is the situation right now as we stand? So let me reveal to you some numbers. Let me show you some real numbers. In a business survey earlier this year, 62% of firms said they couldn't pay suppliers on time because of a lack of Forex. 62%. 59% reported falling profits due to Forex shortages. 59%. Only 1 in 10 businesses could access more than 90% of the US dollars they needed from the bank. The rest, they are left swiping credit cards, using the black market, or begging for scraps from commercial banks that prioritize the elite clienteles. Meanwhile, some firms allegedly received hundreds of thousands, even some firms have reported to receive over 1 million US dollars for private events like concerts. Yes, you heard it. A US $950,000 Forex payment was reportedly approved for Vibes Cartel and his booking fee for an event. You've all seen this trending in the news in the last few weeks, the Vibes Cartel concert. Yet basic retailers can't get US dollars for goods. So what happens next? You may ask yourself. Right now, we are waiting on the official cabinet report. Possible legal action may be taken to force the central bank to disclose this data. And let's face it, there needs to be a review of the law itself. Section 56 needs to be reviewed to allow greater transparency in future. This needs to happen. We cannot have the bank withholding this kind of information. So until that happens, the system will stay unfair, and foreign exchange, Forex access, will remain controlled by a handful of insiders. This is why transparency matters. So this is why you should care about this situation. This isn't a political issue. It's an economic survival issue. It matters to you. So whether you own a business, or you have family abroad, or just want stable prices in Trinidad and Tobago, foreign exchange affects your life. If there's a group of people, institution, big businesses that's hoarding that access behind closed doors, the public deserves to know about it. So the Prime Minister is well within a right to ask for transparency on this. This is a good move on her behalf to ask for transparency on where this money goes to and who gets first access. So, all I ask you in this video today is if you believe in transparency, if you have a better understanding of what's happening now in regards to this Forex cartel, please share this video. Tag your member of parliament, your local MP, whoever needs to hear it, because you need the answers to these questions. If the law needs to be changed to allow central bank to be open and honest about what goes on with foreign exchange, because it affects you, the citizens, you need to let your MP know about it, and you voted them into power. You need to ask them this one question. Why is the central bank protecting the powerful and starving the rest of us? This is a question you need to ask. This is why transparency matters. So, that's it. I hope you have a better understanding now of what the foreign or the Forex cartel is all about. This is why Trinidad Empowerment Network exists, to bring you the news that the news do not bring you. We're not here to play politics. We're here to demand justice and economic fairness, and most of all, the truth. So, until my next video, stay tuned, stay informed, stay empowered, and stay sharp. For now, take care, God bless, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace.